Now we're going to switch gears up just a little bit and talk about a decorative moment. Decorative, but yet functional at the same time. This comes to us from our very own brand here at QVC, Home Reflections, which brings us beautiful, I almost can now say like sophisticated pieces in home decor. Our Home Reflections team has really gone above and beyond recently to bring us some pieces that are so beautifully done. And this 60-inch by 70-inch Chevron throw with Fringe is absolutely one of those. $22.99 is that clearance sale price. 5 easy payments of $4.60 can bring home one of these 3 beautiful colors. So this one that you're seeing right here is light orchid. Here in the center is gray. And then all the way over here is nautical blue. This is the most limited. And you know what? I think we have them. Yes, we do. You've been looking at the inside out design. And let's see here. There we go. Now you can see that beautiful chevron pattern. It is just so lovely. I'm going to welcome in our very special guest, Carrie Lachlan, who brings us all the wonderful ways to design, get organized, feel nice and beautiful in our home. Hi, Carrie. It's good to see you, friend.
Hello. Good to see you as well, Steve. I love that you're doing that because I always point out, but what I love about this specific throw is that it does kind of have both of those sides, where one side, the white kind of becomes the contrasting pop color, and then on the other side is where the navy kind of becomes that contrasting color. So I loved that you did that. You kind of like flipped it back and you could see both the sides, because it creates that instant variety and that kind of visual interest as well.
Definitely. But it's so funny, Carrie, because oftentimes when we say throw a blanket, it's like, well, do we just throw it over the furniture? Do we actually use it to stay warm? In this case, yes and yes, right?
Yes and yes. Yes and yes. I love to do the chuck it, which is where I pinch it in the middle.
Yep.
And I kind of, because I feel like a lot of times we get over concerned about how to put a throw blanket on our couches or our beds.
Yes.
You can do it the nice, pretty folded way. But if you want to do it kind of more relaxed, I call it the chuck it. You pinch it in the center and you literally chuck it. And then that's it. You can give it a little fluff how you want it. This one's fantastic as well, Steve, because you do have those fringe elements. So it adds just that little even more of a detail. But I love this blanket. For me, is one of the warmest blankets we have in the collection, because it's an acrylic blanket, which acrylic is known to be one of the most durable materials, but it's also warmer than wool. So if you are looking for that throw blanket, maybe to put on your couch because you're somebody who gets really cold, or throw in the back of your car. I know we're about to start full force into soccer season, and I know football season is coming up. So just to have one of these in your car where you can just grab it, maybe lay out in the back and look at the stars. It's always one of my favorite things to do, like lay in the grass and check out the clouds and the stars. It's my hippie in me, Steve.
I love it. Oh, that's so fun. But I mean, Carrie, you've been in the interior design business for a really, really long time. You know all about home decor and textiles and patterns. A chevron is never going out of style, right?
It's never going out of style. And what it does, if you're in a traditional home, what's fantastic about that is that it is a traditional pattern, but it's also a modernized traditional pattern. So if you have that traditional home, it will blend seamlessly with your home, but also kind of give it that touch of a refresh. And then if you have more of a contemporary home or farmhouse home or cottage, even mid-century modern, this is one of those patterns that flows so beautifully through all of the genres of design.
Yeah. It's really beautiful. It's really soft. And again, we have a variety of throw blankets here at QVC. This is not fleece. This is not that kind of throw. This has texture and beautiful design elements. And also, like, it's also machine washable, tumble dry, but it's not gonna pill over time, right?
Exactly. And I love that you pointed that out, because this is a really beautiful knit blanket. We do have a lot of kind of our fleecy, velvety, soft throws that have a lot of patterns and different types of textures and things like this. This is one of those throws that gives you that beautiful texture. It is a classic throw. So whether this is going on your couch, on the back of your couch, maybe on that recliner chair that needs to be a little bit broken up because it's a little big. Maybe you have that leather recliner. I'm talking to a lot of people in America. Let's break it up with this. I always recommend it. But when we talk about, as a designer, when we talk about throws and pillows,
Right.
these are the jewelry of your home. These are the things that you take, bring out your personality, and they also cozy up the space. So that's my favorite.
Oh, for sure. This is definitely that kind of elevated throw. I mean, you can really feel the texture in every single one of these designs. It's just gorgeous. $22.99 for 5 easy payments of $4.60. I've been loving the nautical blue right here, which is the most limited of the three. That's the one you have too, right, Carrie?
It is,
Oh,
yes,
it's
and I
so
love it
good.
because it's like a set of jeans. Like it goes with
Agreed.
everything.
Yep, absolutely. Here in the center is the gray. All of them have these
Great
beautiful
neutral.
sort of like creamy tassels. And then we have the light orchid. I would love, Carrie, if you could tell us, what color would you say this is? Because it's not pink, it's not purple, it's definitely not gray. It's kind of...
It is lilac-y. It
Yeah.
is the lightest lilac-y. So for me, when I see it, I often think of somebody who just loves this color. I was a purple girl growing up, so I think you were either like, in my generation, you were pink or purple. So I lean towards it because there's a little bit of a pop to it. So if you love those bright yellows and oranges and purples and teals, it will go great. But also when I see it, I'm like, if I had a little girl and I was doing a nursery, or I knew somebody who was having a little girl, I would absolutely get that for them.
Definitely. It's so pretty. I mean, all three of them, whether you want to refresh that sofa, that couch, the bed, the armchair, the leather recliner, you name it.
Yes.
All sorts of ways that you can do that. This is so beautiful. And I love that Home Reflections has really given us this really elevated, sophisticated line in recent months. It feels so good, and I'm always so excited to present it with you, who knows so much about interiors and really gives us all the tips and tricks on how to decorate. Carrie, it was so nice to see you today.
So good to see you. Have a wonderful evening.
You too. We'll see you soon, Carrie. Absolutely want to pick this one up for $22.99 or 5 easy payments of $4.60 from Home